just a white void. So yeah, so at the top here, we have some set of tools. So here we have the menu icon here. So we have the menu options here: file, edit, view, objects, text, arrange vectors, and the like. Might not be using this for now, but let me just walk you through the tools here. So under these tools here, under this tool panel here, we have this set of tools, and under each tool, we have other sets of tools. So anyway, you see this drop down icon here, that means you have other, like, more set of tools under each icon here. So here we have the move tool. So for the move tool, is just to move around your canvas here, or to move any design elements you have on your canvas. Then under it, we have the scale tool. The scale tool, like the name implies, is just to scale up your elements. Nothing serious, but I would show you how to use it. I'll show you where this tool comes into practice here. So here we have the frame tool. The frame tool is just to create a blank, to create a frame where you'll be working on. So once you select the frame tool here, you notice on the right here, we have a set of predefined devices, or the set of the predefined frame sizes here. So we have the phone frame, we have the tablet frame, we have the desktop frame, presentation, watch, paper, social media, Figma community, and archive. So whatever frame you want to work with, let's say you want to work with desktop, you can just click on the drop down here. Then you have other sizes here. So let's say I want to work with this desktop size here. I can just select it. Then it automatically creates the desktop frame based on the dimension. So yeah. So in Figma, there's something that I don't know if you guys followed the last config, the Figma conference. They recently released a new set of updates. And one of the coolest updates is the dark mode. So at some point, you might not actually like, some of you might actually like all your apps, all your devices, all your apps in your device dark. So a way to change that is you can just come to the menu icon here, then go to preferences, down to theme, then select dark. So it automatically changes the UI to dark theme. And you notice that this canvas here is still in light mode. So a way you can do that is deselect the frame. If you're not, just deselect the frame, don't select anything. Then you have the background, this thing here, color. So you can just change it to a dark shade. So the color code I use is 2C, 2C, 2C. Yeah, so I have this. So this is just a side note, nothing really serious. So back to what I was saying. So once you've created your canvas, you have some options here to the right. I'll still come back to this, but let's continue with the tools here. So here we have shapes, the shape tool. So under the shape tool, we have different types of shape. We have the rectangle, the line, the arrow, the ellipse, which is the circle, polygon, that's for 3 sides or more than 3 sides shape. We have the star icon, and we have the image icon. This is to import your image. So let's say, for the rectangle, I can just select the rectangle tool. The shortcut here is R. So once you hit R on your keyboard, once I hit R, you notice the icon changes to a plus icon here. So I can just click and drag on the canvas, and it creates, you can just click and drag to create whatever shape you want. So let's say I want to work with a box here. So yeah, so this is it here. So if I want to create a circle, the shortcut for that is O on your keyboard. You notice the icon changes to the circle icon here. So I can just click and drag here. Then if you're trying to create a shape, make sure you hold down Shift so it scales proportionally. If you don't hold down Shift, you have a wobbly shape just like this. And you don't want this. You don't want this to happen. So you want to hold down Shift and scale. So it scales proportionally. Let me do that again. O. then hold down shift and scale. So that's for that. Then for the pencil, this is the pencil here. And if you use Photoshop, you know what the pencil is for. It's just for freehand drawing. Nothing really serious here. Just if you're trying to create illustrations or whatever, you can use the pencil for that. Then click enter. Then under the pencil, we have the pencil tool. You might not really use this much. This is also for freehand. Nothing really doing here. Might not use this much. So I'm just going to delete this. Then after the pencil, we have the text tool here. For the text tool, normal, just to create your text layer. Let's say this is a Figma tutorial. So just aside. So this is what your text tool does. Simple and straightforward. Then after the text tool, we have the hand tool. The hand tool is just to move around your canvas, just like the move tool here that we have here. So the hand tool is just something, just click and drag, then move around. Nothing serious. And then right here, we have the comments tool. So we all know Figma is a collaborative tool, right? So we can work with teams. We can work with number of people. So let's say you're working with someone else on the same file and you want to point someone to a particular element or a particular error on your Figma file. You can just select the comment tool here. Shortcut is C on your keyboard. So once that's selected, notice the icon changes to the comment icon here. So just move to wherever you want to comment on. Let's say I want to comment on this text here. This is a Figma tutorial. I can just move there and click on it, and it brings up this pop-up here. So I can add a comment and say, okay, this should be in small letter. I can add icon, probably I say icon, emoji, just like you have on WhatsApp or any other social media tool products. So I can just select this, then it updates. Then I can ask the person. Let's say I'm working with 10 people on a particular project, and I want this comment directed to one person. I can just ask the person here and just say, okay, so once I ask the person, I can click on send. So the person gets updated in his or her email that, okay, someone else has tagged you, you were tagged in the comments on a Figma file, then the person can open it from his own end and view the comments as well. So right to the right here, we have the list of comments here. So once the comment has been resolved, let's say I already have, probably the person has fixed the correction, changed it to small letter. The person can click on this resolve icon here. So this resolve icon is just to remove the comments, this particular comment from the right hand side here. So once I click on resolve, you notice the comment is gone, but it's not totally gone per se. It's not totally gone per se. So let's say you want to revert back to that particular comment, you can just come to this icon here. Then this icon to the right here. Make sure your comments icon is selected. Then come to the right here to this icon. Then click on it. Show resolved comments. Then you have your resolved comments here. So it's not as if it's gone per se. It's still there, but it's hidden. So that's for that. To the top here, we have 4 set of tools here. So the first one here is to edit. So let's say I don't like this shape here. I can just click on the edit here. I can click and drag the edges. Just click and drag the edges here. Just like if you work with Illustrator, you should know how this works. Then I can click on done or click on enter and hit enter on the keyboard. And the other icon here is components, to create the components. Along the way, we thought what this components is for. Like you're making use of components when you're designing. You need components are just reusable elements for your UI designs. So if you notice that you're going to be reusing some elements on your design on your projects, you can just create a components for them and just click copy and paste and all. So the next tool we have here is the mask tool. So the mask here is just to, let's say I'm trying to mask an image. But let me use the shape. Let me change the color of this shape here. So I want to mask this circle with this shape here. So I can select the two of them, then click on mask. Then you notice the circle is inside the shape. So if I move outside the border of that shape, the initial shape, the rectangle here, you notice it gets cut off. So that's the essence of the mask tool. You can also mask your images as well inside shapes. So then to the right here, you notice there's an icon here. So this icon is just to show whoever is on that particular file. So if you have more than one person on the particular file, it shows up here too as well. So if you have 4 people on the file, it shows 4 icons here, 4 profile pictures here. So here we have the share button. The share button is just to share link with with anybody on the internet, anyone. So there are 2 ways. You can send an email to the person, or you can copy the link. So yeah, just request for the person's email. Let's say then I can just send invites. So once I can set what I want the person to do, like the access I want the person to have. Probably I want the person to be able to review. I can set it. If I want the person to edit, I can set it so as well. So I can send invites. The invite gets sent to the person. The same thing, it shows on the person's email. Then the person can open the file from his or her email. Another way is you can copy the link. So once you copy the link, you can paste it wherever you want to send it to, wherever you want to send it to. So that's another way. So, and here, the play button is just for prototypes, to play your prototype. You, along like in coming weeks, you would be taught how to prototype your design. So I'm not going to touch that for now. Then here you have just the scaling feature here. Just scaling. So you want to zoom in, zoom out, zoom to fit the canvas. So those are the options we have here. And yeah, so let me walk you through. Let's say I want to create a sign-up form. We're going to create a sign-up form, so nothing serious. I'm just going to create a simple mobile login page, or let's say login or sign-up form. Yeah. So a mobile screen. So as I'm designing, I'll just be showing you around the different tools as well. So I'm just going to delete all this. So like we said, remember how to create a frame. Click on the shortcut F. You get presented with different frame sizes. I said earlier, I want to create a mobile login screen. So I click on the phone drop down, and I can select whichever device I want to design on. I'll go with iPhone 13 mini. So yeah, I've created a frame. To the right here, we have different sets of properties here. So at the top here, we have the alignment features here. So I will talk about that when we're designing. So the first thing I want to do when creating a sign-up form, let's say I usually create a grid. So for a mobile device, I create a grid. So to create a grid, just select the mobile frame, then come down here to layout grid. Click on the plus icon. And, I don't want to use grid, I want to use columns. So I can just click on the icon here, this icon here, click on it to change the settings. Then I change the option from grid to columns. So yeah, you notice on the mobile frame, you have some red lines here, some red box here. So